Hey everybody, it's been a while since I've been to Goodwill, and man, did I hit the mother load. There are a few items here, I think about 3 books, that I purchased previously at a different Goodwill. But most of these I got at an opening of a brand new Goodwill here in our town. So bonus, I got this pressure cooker as a gift for someone special in my life for $16.99. This is just some water spots. This is like new. Look, that's still even in the fancy paper. Oh, look, somebody left a straw wrapper. Maybe me. I don't know. I think I put some trash in there before I brought it inside. Anyways, this was going for like $90. I think maybe the lowest $75 at Rural King here this summer. So I'm super excited that I found this. I have a big pressure cooker. I personally like to find a smaller one for myself to actually cook meals in. This is a great canner. Okay, so back to my sale. Brand new Goodwill store. All of these books were 69 cents. Even the one book that should have been $2.49, they only charged me 69 cents. So, Robert Sabuda. If you don't know who he is, you are missing out on some awesome pop-up stuff. This is the second Robert Sabuda pop-up book that I've picked up from a Goodwill, and the first one was probably almost like 4 years ago, and it was the Chronicles of Narnia. So this is Encyclopedia Prehistorica Mega Beasts, and look at that. Oh my, isn't that just amazing? And then not only do they have these huge pop-ups, there's little things on the side. So, oops, not only is this, gotta be careful, they're sensitive. I might have pulled it too hard. I will get back to that. But look, aren't they so cool? So, Robert Sabuda is amazing. I also have a 12 Days of Christmas Robert Sabuda that, I lied. ABC Christmas book, and there for each letter of the alphabet there's a neat little pop-up. I didn't get that at a Goodwill. Anyhow, the spine is broken, but that often happens with these. I don't think they do a good job. Even when I borrowed them from the library, they're like that. If you haven't seen one of these, isn't that so cool? My kids really enjoyed these when we find them at the library, so I thought, well, even with this being broken, the rest of the spine's pretty well intact, so I got this. Little Golden Book collection of Sleepy Time Tales. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stories in here. And to buy a Little Golden Book anymore, they're like $3 or $4. So to get 9 of them in a really good condition collection for 69 cents, I'll take that. Mama, Do You Love Me? What I thought about this one was so cute because it says things like, I love you more than ravens. But what I thought was so funny was she asks her mom what she would do. What if I threw water at our lamp? Then, dear one, I would be very angry, but still, I would love you. And I thought that that's always an important message to pass on to our kids, that no matter what, we always love them, even when we're angry. So Bear Stays Up for Christmas by Carmen Wilson. We really like him. I think I found another bear book. This was one of the ones from an older time. And I was like, oh, yay, it's getting ready for Christmas. So this is cute. He stays up, and then I don't think he can go to sleep in the end, or he falls asleep. I can't remember. So it's good. We're going to read it, and it'll be like the first time. Treasure of Curious George. Pretty sure that this is part of the Sunlight curriculum. You guys know I like Sunlight and 5 in a Row. We have several Curious George books, but not all of them are the originals by the Rays. So I was excited to find this. Also, 69 cents. Horton Hears a Who. Dr. Seuss is always a win, and we have Horton Lays an Egg. I don't think we have this one. And we do have the movie. It's fun, but it's not quite the same. I mean, excellent condition. I was so excited, and I wasn't even there like when they first opened. I got there at like 5 o'clock because I had class that day. I still found, I think, like 50 books. So this is Olivia. We really enjoy her books. I mean, hardback, nice shape. Really cute story about Olivia the pig. I Love You Like Crazy Cakes. This is a book that was featured in a scholastic video, and my girls really enjoyed this book. It's about a little girl who's adopted from China and how her mom loves her like crazy cakes, and it's really sweet. So I was excited to find this because I know that they'll really enjoy it. Okay, Sing, Spell, Read, and Write is a program that I have heard a lot about in the homeschool community, but I've never seen it, and I was so excited to find this. Again, 69 cents, and like for real, this page, like there's 2 pages that are used out of this whole book, 2 pages, 170 some pages. Super excited. Okay, I found 3 of these. I figured 1 for me, 2 for me, my 2 kids, and 1 for my friend for her daughter. I'm not sure if it's supposed to go with some other book, but I think that you can, it looks like it goes with some stories that you might be able to, if it's Chrysanthemum, we have that book. So we might be able to find these books and then do these with them. So, and if not, I still think that they're good activities. Okay. This is another book that was from a previous time, What Readers Can Do. My 3-year-old picked this out. She likes these little monsters. We have some monster books like this that say like what moms can't do, what dads can't do. So it's neat for her, I think, to see a can do. So Electric Bin. Somehow I feel like I've seen this and I might even have it. If I do, I'll pass it along to my friend, but I couldn't pass it up because I thought that this would be a great living book to use when learning about not only Benjamin Franklin, but also electricity. Oh, this was a killer deal. 69 cents. It is paperback, but this book is being reprinted by Purple House Press, but it's still going to be like $18. So I was super, super, super stoked to find this. It's part of Before 5 in a Row. Caps for Sale. This is also part of Before 5 in a Row. My kids love this story. They love to act out the little monkeys stamping their feet. Love it. Also for Before 5 in a Row. Usborne. If I see it, I gotta have it, especially with my 3-year-old getting ready to read. And we have a different reader set, but not this one. So there's 4 phonics stories in here. Now some of them aren't quite, this isn't Bob Book stuff. It's a little bit more. But I think they do it to where like the kid can read something and then the parents can read something else. But I love the Lift the Flap. Love Usborne books. Magic School Bus and the Electric Field Trip. I thought this would go great with the Electric Bin, and this isn't a Magic School Bus book that we currently have. Sometimes I see that I have doubles, but this is one that I definitely not seen before. I love them. Sometimes I just read the story to my kids, and sometimes we just go over the extra stuff, and sometimes we do both. Monster Money Book. I thought that this would be cute for learning about money. We're learning a lot about like fractions when we're doing our baking, but here was a great, where'd it go? There you go. Breakdown of what each thing is, what it's all worth, and this is kind of like what they have. But I thought it was so neat to show it in a little scale like that. So Farmer Brown shears his sheep, a yarn about wool. And I thought that this would be a good go along with Warm as Wool, which is a 5 in a Row book. So it talks about shearing the sheep and kind of the process of that and what happens when it's made in a fun, friendly kind of story. So The Trouble with Trolls by Jan Brett. I love her. I love her illustrations. Her stories are great. I think we read this last year. I definitely collect her work. So fun. The Trolls Are Naughty. It's a really fun book. And here's the other bear book that I found on this trip. Bear Feels Scared. And I think, it's always good to talk about feelings with our children and let them know that it's okay and that other people feel that way too. Okay, so here comes my stack up early readers. Fancy Nancy's always a winner around here because she has fabulous, fabulous vocabulary. And I don't think she's just for girls. I have 2 little girls. They love to dress up and be fancy, but the stories are fun. And there's a lesson in great vocab. And what I think is neat is in the end of the books, she has a vocab list. So you could use this for spelling. I've seen Pinterest boards where people make a fancy word board and they make it fancy with like a feather boa, and they decorate their cards with glitter and gemstones and write their fancy words and put them on their fancy board. Oops, I might have these backwards, but we'll see. Okay, so Fancy Nancy, hairdos and don'ts. They're all mixed up, I guess. Pinkalicious, Pinky Promise. I love her too. She's just more fun. A little bit of lessons sometimes. Fancy Nancy and the Delectable Cupcakes. I thought that these were neat. Sam the Minuteman, The Long Way to the New Land, and George the Drummer Boy. I thought that these were really great books for early learning about early America. Greg's Microscope. Arnold Lobel is awesome, but I got this because we have a microscope, and it's just neat about how he looks at all the different things, and really great living book. Daniel's Duck. I was so excited. This is a 5-in-a-row book too. And I look at early readers all the time, and there was a big stack of them. As you can tell, I bought a pretty good portion of it, and I was like, ooh, maybe they have Daniel's Duck. And like 3 books in, I found it. Oh, it was so awesome. And one more, Pinkalicious, Pink Around the Rink. Okay, a few more books, guys. Just in Case You Ever Wonder by Max Lucado. We don't have a lot of his books. He's a great Christian author, and this was so cool. It's just about how God made you, how he put you with your family for your mommy and daddy to take care of, and to teach you about heaven, and how one day you'll all be in heaven, and it's such a wonderful place. It was such a beautiful, sweet book, even though it's a board book. I love board books. They're sturdy. More Usborne books, Stories from Around the World. 69 cents, people, I'm telling you. This is an $8 book. So, and it's in excellent condition. And it just tells stories like different folklore, usually, from different places around the world. That's not my monster. My kids love these. Usborne Touchy-Feely books are the best. And they have really great parts. And the story is cute, and you can find the mouse, and I love them. Inkheart. This is the one that should have been $2.49, but they gave it to me for 69 cents. I last year at the library book sale bought the next one in the series. I don't remember what it's called, but I was like, do you have Inkheart? And they were like, and they can't really look for that at the sale. They don't really know what they have, but I was so excited to find this. I've seen the movie. I really enjoyed it. I was like, wow, that was to be such a cool book. So I'm excited to read this maybe this summer. All right, last 3 things. I'm collecting these Scholastic Biographies. This is about the biggest one I've seen as far as material, and it's about Harriet Tubman and the Freedom Train, and it deserves a lot of space. I'm sure that it's really intricate, and these are biographies, so they're true, and I loved historical fiction and history books as a kid. I love history. So the 5-in-a-row series introduced me to a lot of these Scholastic Biographies because I use a few, and then now I've just been on the hunt to try to collect them all because I think they're going to be a wonderful addition to our classroom. Another 5-in-a-row book, Boxcar Children number 1. This is my second copy because I'm not sure if I told you guys, I'm collecting 2 series. I'm trying to collect 2 whole sets of the entire 5-in-a-row collection, excluding the guides. I just want one of those, but I'm collecting these for my children, and if I have additional children, I will collect for them as well. I also look for my friends if I find extra copies. And then one last thing, this is from a previous trip, but this is a Brain Quest, and what's neat about it is this is different than any other Brain Quest I've seen. Usually just ask questions. This is geared towards reading. So there is a story that you read. This one's about the king of the dinosaurs, so the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and then it'll ask you questions based on the story. It says, was Tyrannosaurus Rex almost as long as a station wagon or a railroad car? Now it does also mention station wagons, so that's what makes them really good questions, but the answer is a railroad car. So I thought these were super neat. I love finding these. 99 cents usually at my local Goodwill. One time I did pay $2 for one of these at a different Goodwill But even then, it was still such a great deal. So thank you guys so much for watching. I know it's been a long time since I've posted one. I've been really busy with school. But man, this was such a great haul. I just had to share with you guys. I did also get a ugly Christmas sweater to wear in a 5K race this weekend, and 2 shirts for my husband, and a little knick-knack for a Christmas gift for my kid's great-grandma. And I spent $35. Now that's excluding 3 of these books and the pressure cooker that were purchased on a previous trip. But that was for most all of these books, those 3 clothing items and the knickknack. So super excited. Plus, I earned a $2 reward to spend next week. So I'll probably have another haul for you guys then. Thanks again so much for watching. Bye.